foremost, as always, we're going to give all praise and honor and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash.
Also, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to all you brothers out there. And once again, we're out here, on another Saturday, another beautiful day, to preach the word of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai. All right, and talk about what the destruction of this wicked kingdom that's in rulership, all right, which is the kingdom of Esau, Edom, and to proclaim the coming of the new kingdom, which is the kingdom of Israel. Kingdom of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, where righteousness will rule, all right? And, the Israelites will be exalted. We won't be at the bottom anymore, okay? Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. But first, we got to go through what? Much trials and tribulations. Can you get that? The Acts 14 and 22. Before we can get the kingdom, we got to, go through, all these afflictions, all right? Because the brother, he was basically telling us about how he's been going through shit basically, all right. What'd you say? Your furnace blew out, all right. Dealing with women problems, so on and so forth. And we're all going through it, all right. Every brother's got something going on right now. Every single one of us. It could be maybe financially, all right. It could be physically and spiritually, okay.
A mixture of them all. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, shit, you get the 3 pieces, you know what I'm saying? And the fucking soda, you know what I'm saying? Right. All right, hey, it is what it is. It's spicy.
Right.
But this is what we got to go through.
Yeah.
Hey, the brother mentioned, hey, this is what he made a statement saying, hey, this is what I signed up for. And hey, we all signed up for it. All right? But you got there, Yedai?
Acts chapter 14 and verse 22. It says, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of the Most High.
Exactly, through much tribulation. So, hey, this is not, an easy thing, man. Okay, even though the scriptures say what? My burden
is easy,
yeah.
Yoke is light or something.
Yeah, But, hey, we're still going through stuff. Hey, Murph, he's made this point, man. Or he's made this statement. He said, look, man, if this was so easy, everybody would be doing it.
Right.
All right? Everybody would be doing this.
Yep.
Okay? It's still affliction, man. It's still hard. Hey, look at what Yahweh Shai had to go through. Okay? Hey, that wasn't a light thing, so to speak. Okay? But he still said it was easy. But, hey, it was still a lot of pain and suffering, man. All right? Hey, we got to go through a lot of shit, man. I think the scriptures say that, man. Was that 2nd Ezra, the 7th chapter? If I'm not mistaken.
Even so is Israel's portion.
Yeah, if you can get that. All right. Start, wherever, sounds good. Okay? Got it?
Might as well just start it.
This 2nd Ezra chapter 7 and verse 3, it says, and I said, speak on, my God. Then said he unto me, the sea is set in a wide place.
Now the sea, just like the brother bring out the scripture, much tribulation shall we enter into the kingdom of heaven. The kingdom of heaven is the sea. All right, the sea that it talks about right here in 2nd Ezra 7. All right, go ahead.
It says, the sea is set in a wide place that it might be deep and great.
So that it might be deep and great. What's deep and great? The kingdom of heaven. All right, go ahead.
It says, verse 4, but put the case, the entrance were narrow and like a river. Verse 5, who then could go into the sea to look upon it and to rule it?
And to do what?
And to rule it.
And to rule it. All right, to rule it. There's somebody that's going to be ruling in this seat, in this kingdom of heaven. There's somebody going to be ruling it. But to get there and to rule it in righteousness perfectly, all right, to get there, you must go through the entrance. And it says that the entrance is set. Go ahead.
It says, if he went not through the narrow, how can he come into the broad?
See, the entrance is the narrow. The entrance is the straight gate, where you're to go through all those trials and tribulations. All right, that's why I say it's confirming the souls and exhorting them and letting them know that, hey, through much tribulation shall ye enter into the kingdom of heaven. Through much tribulation shall ye enter into this kingdom where you're going to rule for eternity in righteousness with wisdom.
We're about to enter into the worst time very soon.
That's it.
Which is Jacob's trouble.
That's it.
Okay, it's coming, man. Hey, we see all these things. All right, and you see the World War III building up. Okay, hey, this whole Karagma, system, famine.
Yeah.
All right.
Because before the day dawn, right before the day dawn, it's as dark as out. You know what I'm saying? So, man, it's about to get very, very, it's already dark as hell, but it's about to get even darker. All right, it's already wickedness and evils going on, but yes, it's about to turn up.
It's gonna get cutthroat out here.
That's
it's
it.
already cutthroat, but it's gonna keep elevating, man. You know.
That's right. Go ahead.
I can precept real
Yes,
quick.
you
This is
can.
Matthew chapter 7 and verse 13. It says, enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction.
See, and that's this present evil world. You know, you can just do whatever you want, believe whatever it is you want. You know what I'm saying? Everything, whatever. It's just about the flesh, fulfilling the lust of your flesh, about this world. All right, it's many different ways of darkness, many different ways that leads to you dying. All right, somebody could be dying from cancer, somebody could be dying from AIDS, somebody could be dying from this, somebody could be dying from that gunshot wound, beat up, you know what I'm saying? Went and, you breathed the wrong, whatever, and you know what I'm saying? Whatever. It's many ways to die. All right, many, philosophies and doctrines that's going to lead you to death. All right, go ahead. So it said, yep, one truth that leads to life everlasting.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, that's why he said, enter in at the straight gate. Enter in at the entrance.
That's right.
That narrow path that leads to salvation and life everlasting, the kingdom of heaven.
And only a few are gonna go through that straight gate.
Well, it's about to say it.
Oh,
It's about to say it.
all right. This shit.
It's Matthew 7 and 13. Enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat.
Many there be which find darkness and death. Many different philosophies and doctrines and religions that people are in that's leading them straight to that ditch. Death. Go ahead.
It says, verse 14, it says, because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life.
You see? But straight is the gate, and narrow is the way. One path, one doctrine, all right? One truth, all right, that shall set you free.
And for the people who are going through that straight, gate, that straight path, you're gonna feel uncomfortable.
Yep.
You're gonna feel real uncomfortable, man.
Yep.
All right. Hey, but at the end of the day, it's gonna be worth it. You're gonna get a great reward for going through that straight gate, that straight path, man.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah.
While the
That's
rest of
right.
these people, they're gonna get a terrible reward. Hey, the brother just read it. Hey, they're gonna be destroyed, man. Hey, we always bring that out in 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter. Hey, these people are gonna dwell in torment. All right, they're gonna be in agony. This is gonna be affliction after affliction, man. Okay? Hey, they're gonna deal with mental stress. They might see the family member get put to death right in front of them. Hey, they're gonna be starving. They're gonna be thinking about how much bullshit they can do, throughout their life.
Hey.
All right? They're gonna be getting chased down. They might get raped by a couple people and still live, man. It's gonna be some nasty, crazy shit out here. And then at the end of the day, what does it say? They're gonna know a death after death by pain.
Yep.
That's when they're gonna get it, like when they're when they're through and done.
Yep. Because that's what's going to happen. Like the Israelites are being perfected, right?
That's
so
right, brother.
the elect, they're being perfected by fire, but it's spiritual fire. The rest, all right, the rest, the majority, all right, the many which go into destruction, they're going to be perfected. We're talking about Israelites. They're going to be perfected by physical fire. Physical fire. All right, either way it go, you're going to be perfected by fire. It's either the spiritual or the physical. All right? Both hurt, but one way more than another. All right? See, we going through this spiritual fire right now so we can escape the physical. All right? And we want that, better reward. Because here it is, there's going to be different levels of light. All right? That's going to be, what's the word? Beaming off you. You know what I'm saying?
You have that glow.
Right,
shine.
right. And it's going to be different levels. That's why the scriptures talk about from the least to the greatest. All right, there's going to be a rank and file. There's going to be a governing body. I always talk about the aristocrats. All right, the best of the best, the creme de la creme. All right, which is the elect that, you know what? They went through the spiritual fire right now. What you got, brother?
This 1 Corinthians 11 and 32, it says, but when we are judged, we are chastened of the Lord, that we shall not be condemned with the world.
You see, we're trying to not be condemned with the world, so we're taking our chastening now. All right, we'll go through our spiritual fire right now, our spiritual cleansing right now, our purification and perfecting process right now. And that's us accepting the straight gate. And that this present evil world, which is the entrance to get to our kingdom, here it is, the elect is going to overcome the entrance, while the majority of our people are going to succumb to the entrance.
That's right.
They're going to be overcome by the entrance and not overcome the entrance. All right? See, now we have to overcome the entrance, man. We're not about that. We're not entrance minded. We're the actual place, kingdom of heaven minded. All right? So that means, hey, we make our body a living sacrifice. We stand up for righteousness in a world of wickedness. We fight our own flesh, all right, to produce the fruits of righteousness and to be about life, to be about the kingdom of heaven, to be about something that we don't even see right now physically. See, but we see it with our inner vision. All right, and that's the faith that one needs to have, man. All right, so you can see the big picture. See, a lot of people, their minds and their sight is obscured by the ways of this world, the philosophies of this world, the alluring of this world. See, people mindset and what they can see, even though they don't have it right now, they can see themselves, maybe, getting rich, in this world, having the house, the cars, the clothes, the house on the picket fence with the little dog. They can see that, you know what I'm saying? And they strive for that. All right, but the big picture is the kingdom of heaven.
That's right.
But they can't see that because, again, their sight, all right, is obscured by, all these lies and deceit. The American scheme, the American dream, I'm sorry. But that's what it is, you know what I'm saying? The pursuit of, what is it? Right, it's the pursuit of love, life, happiness. I forget how it go. You know what I'm saying? Right, but that's what they want you to pursue, and guess what? You're always in pursuit. You never find it here in this present evil world. It's like you running for it, it's like you're in pursuit of it, it's like you see it right there, but it's like somebody dangling something and they going the same speed as you.
You're on the treadmill.
Yeah, and here it is, somebody, you know what I'm saying? They running with you. You know what I'm saying? You never get the damn shit. You know what I'm saying? Never attain happiness, man. You got something?
Yeah, this Matthew 26, 16 and 26. For what is a man profit if he gain the whole world
and lose his own soul.
See, because that's what happens. You lose your soul. All right? You lose who you truly are. If you about this world, you lose it, and then you say, oh man, being an Israelite is a downgrade. The man done lost his soul. Who he truly is, our essence, which is God's. Kings and priests, royalty, the true chosen children of the Most High God, the Creator, man.
Yeah, the people, they gain the whole world, you know. They try to get the riches of this world and the luxury items and try to be famous. Entertainers and stuff like that, they lose their soul. And that's why they be on so many drugs, you know?
Yep. And they hate themselves, man.
Yeah.
They stressed out. They depressed. You know what I'm saying? Here it is. Kanye West talking about, you know, one of the richest so-called black men in the world, all right? And here it is, he on social media all the time complaining about can't see his kids,
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
I had to see his birthday party.
Yeah.
He has a GPS and all that.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? And that's just one case, man. That's just one.
Right.
Gain the whole world, lose his soul, man. Still depressed.
So it's so for Captain Bill.
Right, that crappy deal. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was. All right, but go ahead, continue in that, brother.
Yeah, Matthew 16 and 26. For what if a man profit it if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? What shall a man give in exchange for his soul? For the Son of Man shall come in the glory of the Father with his angels, and then he shall reward every man according to his works.
Woo! That's it. Because here it is. These majority of our people have wicked works because they are about this wicked world. All right, and they go about and they establish their own righteousness, but they have, and so they have their own works. They have not submitted to the righteousness of God and producing the true works.
But you know what they be doing is they be stalking us on YouTube, and on they works is Call of Duty, R&B profiles, stuff like that, smoking them. They teach how to roll the blunt and stuff like that. What the edifying videos at?
Right. Yep. That's it, man. Because again, all these people are doing is forwarding Esau Edom's kingdom. See, we're trying to forward the kingdom of heaven, the eternal righteous kingdom. All right? We're extolling Yahushua and letting you know that, all right, here's the example. Here's the example to follow. Here's the example to emulate, to be like, to follow in his footsteps. All right? Because like King David says, when I awake, I want to awake with his likeness. All right? We want to be transformed to the image of the dear son of our Father, the Creator, Yahushua.
Yes.
All right? Because that's who is glorified in the heavens right now, soon to be glorified on the earth. All right? And so that's why if we go through our suffering, go through everything that we have to go through, all right, and produce the fruits of righteousness, endure to the end, forward the kingdom of heaven, all right, then we get the reward of salvation and being the aristocrats in the kingdom of heaven, man. What you got, brother?
I got Philippians chapter 3. I'm gonna start at 4. I got a little bit here, a couple verses. This is Philippians 3 and 14. I press towards the mark for the price of the high calling of the Most High, Yahweh in Yahushua HaMashiach.
Right, I press towards the mark. All right, that mark is being crowned, man. Salvation, the kingdom of heaven. Go ahead.
Let us therefore, as many as be perfect, be thus minded. And if in anything ye be otherwise minded, the Most High shall reveal even this unto you.
And it's going to be revealed that, you know what, y'all wasn't about righteousness. Y'all wasn't about the Most High God. Y'all was about this world, man. Because there's one mindset to have. And that's being kingdom-minded, man. The eternal righteous kingdom-minded. And if you're going to be the eternal righteous kingdom-minded, where the Most High God is going to put law, statutes, and commandments in our minds and our hearts, and he's going to cause us to walk in a particular way, right now, wouldn't we rehearse that to the best of our ability? Or would you be minded about another way? No, we have to be thus minded. Kingdom of heaven minded. So that means we got to be about the righteousness of the Most High God, not our own righteousness. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 16, nevertheless, whereto we have already attained, let us walk by the same rule. Let us mind the same thing.
Let us all mind the same thing as well. All right, because, hey, right now, we don't got the a golden twicket, as the elder Uriah would say. We don't have a golden twicket yet. All right, so we continue to march on. We continue to learn and grow in the spirit. All right, and then guess what? It says a righteous man, a just man, fallen 7 times, but get back up again. See, but we don't like to fall. That's why the Apostle Paul, he said, man, oh wretched man that I am. He said, for to will is present with me, but how to perform that which is good I find not. Because ain't nobody ever performed life. You know what I'm saying? Our Lord and Savior, Yahweh, all right, but other than our hero, all right, nobody has found out the way to basically live forever. See, because that, in the performance of the law, statutes, and commandments perfectly, all right, that's life right there. That's life. See, but how to perform that, you know, right now, we find not, because guess what? That's for a straight up God. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? The Most High God, he's going to cause us in the kingdom of heaven to perform that. But right now, we still in this flesh. We're trapped in something that's all about this world. That's where it's a fight. You had a point?
Yes, I was going to add to the Kanye part. Tell that brother it's just business. Because you can ask the Amazon boss and Bill Gates. Just because you and your woman love money don't mean she will continue to love you.
That's it, man. That's it. You see, you got Bezos and Gates, you know what I'm saying? Some of the richest men in the world, man. Powerful as well. But still got them problems with that woman, man.
Because you're not happy. But how you all happy? You already love your idol.
Yep. See, because they're insatiable, man. Motherfucker give you that song. I give you the sun, the rain, the moon, the stars, and the mountains. I'll give you the world. And guess what? It ain't enough.
We were just talking about that before we started. If you brothers ever seen that movie called The Watchmen, I forgot the character's name, but it was that big blue, like, basically he was a god. He turned into a god pretty much. He was that big blue character.
Right.
And he had a woman, right? He had that woman before he turned into a god, and then after, right? And he basically can make clones of himself, right? So while he's got the clone fucking the woman, right? Him is the biggest orgasm ever, right? His original self is on Mars meditating, just in the spirit, basically, man. And she got mad that the original one wasn't there banging.
But she still was, I mean,
exactly.
The point was there.
Exactly.
See, because
they'll never be happy.
Exactly,
Satisfied.
because the woman, you know what I'm saying, is the weaker vessel. So they always, you know, revert to the flesh, and the flesh is insatiable, man. You know what I'm saying? It's totally out of balance, man.
That's right. That's
it's
right.
totally out of balance, and that's why we want our new bodies where we're gonna be in that perfect balance of the Most High God, man.
God bless.
Thank you,
Same
man.
to you.
All right.
Go ahead, brother.
All right, this is Proverbs 31. Get not like speaking to a woman, nor thy way unto which destroy kings.
See? Woo! Thy which destroyed kings. Look what happened with King Solomon.
Yeah.
All right? See? Hey, we have to rule over the weak, man. And to do that, you got to be rolling in the spirit, man. right.
Dr. Dre, he got married and stuff like that. And his wife taking him to court. Why he having brain problems? You know what I'm saying? He's at the hospital. You got to pay all that debt and you know.
He was happy as hell when he got divorced. He had all the fucking balloons.
Oh, right. Right. Hey, but he still had to come out of all those millions of dollars, man. You know? But you still in that?
Still got this. Back in Philippians 3 and 17, brethren, be followers together of me. And what did the Apostle Paul say? Be ye followers of me, because I'm basically a follower of Yahweh Shai.
That's it.
And you need leaders, all right? You need examples. And the Lord set these men up.
Yep.
Okay, you got brothers who have somebody above you. Hey, remember that man that's above you. The Lord set him up there, man.
Yep.
Okay. You always bring out there's a ranking file. You know, there's a structure.
Yep.
Okay, in this truth, the Lord, He's not the author of confusion.
That's right.
All right. But it says, brethren, be followers together of me, and mark them which walk so, as ye have us for an example. For many walk, of whom I have told you often, and now tell you even weeping, that they are the enemies of the cross of Yahweh Shai. All right, these are talking about men that, for lack of words, came into the truth, but they really weren't in the truth.
Right.
But they tasted the truth.
Right.
Okay. But then they fell back into this world. All right. And it says, whose end is destruction, because at the end of the day, if you're not following Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, hey, you're leading a death style, man. All right, you're following some type of death style.
Yeah,
okay?
if you're not striving, like the Bible says, striving lawfully, man, according to the Spirit, man. All right. Now, if you're in this for ulterior motive, you know, some type of fortune, some type of fame, some type of power, some type of glory, all right, and not giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai and extolling Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, all right, then you in it for the wrong reason, man, and that'll be exposed. All right, go ahead, brother.
And it says, whose end is destruction, whose God is their belly. Okay, basically meaning their mind, their lust. Okay,
Appetites.
Their appetites, man. That's their God. Okay, instead of a Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. It says, and whose glory is in their shame, who mind earthly things. See, they're worried about the things on this earth, man. All right, and it could be their car, their woman, their job, their reputation. Okay, whatever it is, man. That is their God. Okay. It says, for our conversation, which that goes into your conduct, okay, is in the heavens. All right, so we have as the elders say, we're kingdom-minded. Okay, not only do we think these things, speak these things, and we try to perform these things to the best of our ability. All right, are we perfect? No. Hey, but we try our best, you know, to rehearse these righteous acts. All right. But eventually, once we get changed, all right, we're not going to rehearse. We're going to perform 100%.
That's it.
Okay?
That's it.
And it says, for our conversations in the heavens, from whence also we look for the Savior, the Lord Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, who shall change our vile bodies. Because these are vile bodies right here. All right? And that's what we want. We want to be changed, man.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes, that's a part of the bigger picture.
Yeah.
All right, that we're not going to be in these bodies that's susceptible to sin, susceptible to just being weak, infirmities, sickness, you know, my knees, you know what I'm saying? My back, you know, and then ultimately, you know, just, hey, I want to walk according to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai perfectly and be obedient to him perfectly.
Yep. Serve him 100%.
This man.
You know?
That's why the Apostle Paul said, for to will is present with me, I will to do perfectly.
Yes.
But how to perform that, I find not, because I'm in this sinful flesh, this weak flesh, and I hate it. Oh, wretched man that I am. That I am. Who shall deliver me from the body of this death, man? All right, this vile body until
This is Philippians 3:21. Who shall change our vile bodies, that it may be fashioned like unto his glorious body.
you see that it may be fashioned like unto his glorious body. Where guess what? We're gonna, will to do perfectly, and we're gonna do perfectly. All right, you got something real quick? He look hot. Call it again.
Ezekiel 36, don't start at 26.
Yeah.
A new heart also will I give you, a
Woo!
spirit will I put.
That new heart is talking about your mind, okay? The Lord's he's gonna fully renew our minds. He's gonna fully cleanse it, man. Okay? Keep going.
Wait, he said, I will put within you.
Yeah.
You see? What's that? Upgrade.
Yeah.
Hey, that nigga talking about it's a downgrade to be an Israelite. This is what's happening to the Israelites right here, man. And these are the joint heirs with Yahushua.
That's right. That's right, brother.
Go ahead.
Alright, and I will take away the stony heart.
See, I will take away the stony heart, all right, which had you vile, which had you stiff-necked and hard-hearted, a knucklehead. Knucklehead. Go ahead.
Alright, your flesh, and I will give you a heart of flesh.
And I will give you a heart of flesh, man.
Yes.
All right, he's going to put the law, statutes, and commandments. He's going to put his way. And what's the way of the Most High God? To live.
You ever seen RoboCop? He had the law built inside of him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he knew them joints, boy. Hey. Yes, sir. We're going to have the law, statutes, and commandments in our minds, in our hearts, man. And we're going to be like, even it's the tree of life. You know what I'm saying? Because that's like, hey, when my man told Yahushua, like, hey, all these things have I kept from my youth up. He was like, wait a minute, but if you want to go on to perfection, you know what I'm saying? See, there's another level. There's another, you know what I'm saying? That's why Yahushua is above the law. Because he rolling in the spirit. See, those are carnal commandments, even though they're good and just. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to go beyond that, man. Just to simply do good. All right? Simply do good. And that's what it's all about. Good versus evil. All right? And it's simply about doing good. And I'm talking about the Most High good. Because he got the copyright on good. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about doing good all the time. You know? See, but this is what we had to go through right now. You know what I'm saying? We had to go through this evil. All right? And we had to touch it and all that. And we got defiled with it. And the only way to be cleansed from the evil is now giving heed to the good. Giving heed to the word of God in truth.
That's
Not
right.
these false doctrines that they're teaching in these churches today that they learn from their oppressor.
They learn from Pastor Porkchop.
Yeah, here it is. In slavery, they did. Our people hate slavery. I seen this on the meme. They hate slavery. Oh yeah. But they love the white man's doctrine. See. They took our book and misinterpreted it to us, man. With a false interpretation, and an interpretation that's gonna lead you to the ditch, lead you to death.
Right.
And our people don't even care. That was for nosy right there.
Yeah.
And I say nosy, he had that big snarl sticking out, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, as people walk up sometimes, I, you know, in the spirit, just try to say something to, you know, go a little, but they take it, but they was like,
He threw it back in.
yes!
Yeah, he did.
got mad.
Yeah, he
You see
did.
what I'm saying? See, but that's how people, they don't want to go through the straight gate, even though they going through all type of hell.
He got a 5 o'clock catfish dinner he going to, brother.
Yeah, look like it. Look like it. He was excited, had his hot sauce in the back.
There you go,
his
brother.
own special hot sauce he got from Marshall's. You know, hey, Marshall's a clothes store, but they, you know what I'm saying, they have a special hot sauce in there. You're like, God damn, how does Marshall's have this special? Go ahead, brother.
Yes, sir.
Who shall change our vile body, that it may be fashioned like unto his glorious body,
Ooh,
according
man, it's gonna be fashioned like into his glorious body.
Yes, sir.
Brother Yaquar, you just got that in Ezekiel, man. Those are gonna be the glorious bodies where we're caused, because we're not gonna be in, you know, celestial bodies. We're gonna be in terrestrial bodies, all right? But extraterrestrial bodies.
Woo.
We're going to be in extraterrestrial bodies.
That's right.
Where we're going to have the law, statutes, and commandments written in our minds and our hearts. So we still going to eat, you know, drink, have sex. You know what I'm saying? Have kids. See, in the celestial bodies, motherfucker look like Dumb and Dumber, boy. You know what I'm saying? Cold as hell in that little thing. You have totally gone and redeemed yourself. God damn, man. Our people gone, man. What was I saying? All right. Look, I shouldn't even Oh, right. See, the celestial bodies, you know, like in this present evil world, you know, we live, you know, we die, we go to the spirit world. We're in celestial bodies in the spirit world. All right, celestial bodies that we don't eat up there, we don't drink, we don't have no desire to have sex.
Us another camp so ain't no sex in the kingdom. I'm like, dude, that's just two different angels. You know what I'm saying? You got the holy angels, you got the ones down here. You know
Right.
What I'm saying?
Yes.
It's a separation.
Yes. Yep. There's particular angels that their office is not to come down here in these terrestrial bodies. You know what I'm saying?
worship the Most High. You read it in Revelation. I'll be thinking about this sometimes. You got angels that their whole program is just to sit there and worship the Most High for eternity.
And guess what? They strizzle. You know what I'm saying? Strizzle, happy, perfect, all the whole nine. But yeah. So in the kingdom, we're gonna be in terrestrial bodies, but extraterrestrial. While the heathen, they just gonna be in terrestrial bodies.
Right.
Although we're gonna teach them our way, although they're not gonna do it
They're
perfect.
gonna live better anyway.
Yeah, better than what it is right now.
Yeah.
Shit, go ahead, brother.
Who shall change your vile body, that it may be fashioned like unto his glorious body, according to the working whereby he is able even to subdue all things unto himself. Can you get that 1 Corinthians?
Well, this is 1 Corinthians 15 and 47. It says the first man is of the earth, earthly, and the second man is of the Lord from heaven. As
Going into basically Adam is that first man, second man is Yahweh Shai, okay? Same person, all right? But, you know, before you know, there was, before Yahweh Shai was Yahweh Shai, he was, you know, King Solomon, Adam, all right? Was Melchizedek as well.
Yeah.
All right, keep going.
it says, as is the earthly, such are they also that are earthly.
Yep, keep going.
And as is the heavenly, so are they also that are heavenly. And as we have borne the image of the earthly,
Yep, because they were all what? In this flesh. Okay, keep going.
it says we shall also bear the image of the heavenly.
Exactly, we're going to be transformed, all right? We're going to have that body like Yahweh Shai, like how he has right now, okay? He doesn't have a normal body right now. It's that upgraded body that we've been talking about. Keep going.
It says, now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of the Most High,
Yes, keep going.
neither doth corruption inherit incorruption.
Exactly, and we have to be changed in order to get those laws that the brother brought out with that Ezekiel, was it the 36th chapter? All right, with the new heart, you know, we have have to actually be physically changed because this body can't, you know, it can't hold it, man. It's too much. It's too much for this body. All right.
Yeah,
so we need to be changed. You got something quick?
Yeah.
He still got more.
Oh, go ahead then.
So he's got, I think, like one more verse maybe.
It says,
Or 2 more verses.
verse 51, behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed.
Exactly. We're all not going to die because
Right.
some men aren't going to die. All right. You know. So some men are they're going to escape death, so to speak. Okay. Well, hey, what does it say? We're all going to be changed. Even the ones that are so-called asleep, meaning that they're so-called dead. All right. The ones that you know, they are part of the elect, but they're in the heavens right now. Such as, you know, Lord willing, I believe. You know, I'm speaking as man right now. I believe our brother, you know, Captain Lee's up there, man. Azaria, you know, waiting for us. He's changed, man. And it says what? The first that are dead in Hamashiach, they're gonna rise first.
So they escape death by getting beamed up by the chariots and UFOs, you know what I'm saying? So I'm saying that you do things, preppers and stuff like that. It's like you run out of food in the underground bunker, what you gonna do? You still need the Most High, you know? You can't do it on your own.
That's right. Keep going.
It says, in a moment, in a twinkling of an eye, at the last trump.
Yeah, and we're in the last trump. A twinkling of an eye, man. All right.
It says, for the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible,
Yup.
and we shall be changed.
We're gonna be changed. We're gonna be changed, man. And this is what we're looking forward to. You know, we don't care about the things of this world. All right. Hey, if you get something of this world, so be it, man. Use the world, don't abuse it. Hey, you may get a promotion at the job. You may, you know, be able to set up a business. You may be able to get a house, whatever, or a new apartment. Cool, man. You know, get a new car, so be it. All right. We don't entangle ourselves with the affairs of this life. Okay. Hey, we're looking past this world, man. We're looking into the next world. All right. The new age that's coming. The world without end. All right. We're righteousness world and all good things. All right. That's pretty cool. Okay, come.
It says, for this corruptible must put on incorruption,
Yep.
and this mortal must put on immortality.
Yep, and that's what we're doing right now. Okay. You know, we're slowly putting on that, you know, that immortality. And how are we doing that? Hey, taking off that old man, all right, putting on the new man, following the ways of Yahweh Shemiah Shai.
That's it.
You know,
Yep. Following the Lamb,
yeah,
whithersoever he goeth, man. You know, being about Yahushua, being about what he was about. Like his father's business. All right? And Yahweh, our Father, he's in the business of life.
yeah.
Right? Living. You know what I'm saying? Ruling. Go ahead. You got something?
It's Hebrews 10, now start at 16. This is the covenant that I will make with you after those days.
After those days. After what days? After these days, where John the Revelator said, I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away. All right? So we're in the first heaven and the first earth. All right? But after these days of the first heaven and the first earth,
All right, those days says the hour I will put my law into your heart,
I will put my laws into your heart,
and their mind will I write them, and their sins and iniquities will I remember no more.
woo! Hey, and it says that's a covenant with who?
Yahweh.
No.
With Israel.
That with Israel,
Yeah.
with the Israelites, man. Only is going to have these laws, statutes, and commandments written in their minds and their hearts. We'll go to the next verse.
All right. Now their remission of these is there is no more offering.
Wait, where you at?
Start at 18.
No, I'm saying, what book are you in?
Hebrews 10 and 18.
Oh, go to 9. Hebrews 10 and 9.
Hebrews 10 and that they said, ye alone I come to do thy
Wait a minute.
will.
Wait. What am I thinking? Hebrews All right, go to Hebrews 8 and 10.
Okay, Hebrews 8 and 10. Above then, he said sacrifice in...
Nope, 10 and 8. Yeah. Hebrews 10 and 8. Try that one.
Yeah, read 7. Sacrifice and offering.
No. Where after those days,
Yeah, read the
Okay, 18, all right. Hebrews 8 and 10.
Right,
For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel.
see, this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel.
All right,
After those days, after these days of this present evil world, go ahead.
How I will put my laws into their mind and write them in their heart, and will be to them a God, and they should be to me people.
Okay.
Right. They should not teach everyone his neighbor, every man his brother, saying, know the Yahweh all shall know me from the east to the greatest.
You see that? So he just said that we're not going to have to teach each other, our neighbor, meaning a fellow Israelite, all right, saying know the Lord. It says for all shall know me. All the Israelites shall know me from the least to the greatest. Why? Because we're going to be caused to. Remember in the Ezekiel, he said he's going to cause us to walk in his way. All right? And that's from the birth. All right? We're going to be caused to follow the law, statutes, and commandments. We're going to be caused to, walk in the spirit, man, and be about the way of the Most High God, man. So we're not going to have to teach one another anymore, but we're still going to be a nation of kings and priests. So who are we going to have to teach, the clean from the unclean and the holy from the profane? All right? Heathens. That's who we're going to have to teach. We're not going to have to teach ourselves anymore. It's going to be in us. It's going to be written in our minds and our hearts.
That's
the
right.
Bible says so.
That's right.
You got a scripture?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Just talk about how the Lord is not going to remember our iniquities anymore. This is Micah chapter 7, verse 18. It says, who is the power like unto thee that pardoneth iniquity, and passeth by the transgression of the remnant of his heritage? He retaineth not his anger forever, because he delighteth in mercy. He will turn again, he will have compassion upon us. He will subdue our iniquities, and thou will cast all their sins into the depths of the sea.
Woo! That's beautiful right there, man.
But before all that, we got to deal with this. This is Micah 7 and 9. I will bear the indignation of the Lord Yahweh, because I have sinned against him, until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me. He will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness. But yeah, before the Lord, he gives us that mercy, that compassion. We got to bear the righteous anger of the Lord. Okay, we got to deal with the afflictions, the trials and tribulations. And we messed up, and we broke the contract, man. And the Lord said, hey, if you break these things, this is what's going to, befall, upon you.
Yep.
Hey, you being the tail, not the head. And you having to be the borrower, not the lender. You having your woman hate you, children hate you. All right. You not having stores and farms, so on and so forth, man.
Yep. That's what we have to do, man. We have to accept it. That's why it talks about in that Leviticus, man. If we accept of the punishment, all right, then will he remember the covenant. Okay? So we have to accept it, go through it, and all the while continue to learn and grow in the spirit, man. All the while continue to confess Yahweh. All the while continue to strengthen our brothers, build one another up, all right, build that house of David up.
Yes.
All right, all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah.
That's right.
So you got to have that like mind. All right, you gotta have that like mind. Okay? We can go back to that second Ezra. Oh yeah, you know.
Shit.
Go. Yeah.
Second Ezra chapter 7 and verse 1. It says, but put their case to and like a river, who then could go into the sea to look upon it and to rule it. If he went not through the narrow, how could he come into the broad?
See, you had to go through the narrow. That's another thing of bearing your indignation. All right, bearing your cross. All right, accepting your punishment, taking your punishment and learning from it. Always mention about a parent punishing their child. All right, and then the child, they're being punished not for their destruction. All right, and just utterly killing them. No, they're going through a punishment because they need to learn a lesson because they was doing something that could hurt them, hurt somebody else, or kill them, or kill somebody else. Basically, a way that leaded to death. So you were being punished because of that. And so if you accept your punishment, then that thing that leads to death, it's like, oh, okay, I don't want to do that no more because this is the consequence of doing that. And now you learn. So this is why we accept our punishment, because it's like, oh, anything contrary to what the Most High say do and don't do, I don't want to be about that, because that is a consequence, and the consequence ultimately is death. And I ain't about death. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to accept my punishment. I'm going to accept the straight gate. I'm not going to want to live my best life in the straight gate. I'm going to make my body a living sacrifice in the straight gate. All right, go ahead.
It says, verse 6, there's...
Roll down. 5 more seconds, man.
The second Ezra 7 and verse 6, there's also another thing. A city is builded and set upon a broad field.
There's also another thing, a city now, all right? Same thing. City is the sea. The sea is the city. The sea and the city is the kingdom of heaven, all right? The inheritance of the Israelites where we're going to rule with wisdom for eternity. That's the sea. That's the city. Go ahead.
It says it's set upon a broad field and is full of all good things.
So this city, this sea, this kingdom of heaven is set upon a broad field and is full of all good things. All good things.
Yes.
Go ahead.
It says, verse 7, the entrance thereof is narrow and is set in a dangerous place to fall.
So to get there, all right, to get to this city that's filled with all good things, all right, it's what?
It says, the entrance thereof is narrow and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were a fire on the right hand and on the left a deep water.
You see that? So, hey, there's many, and guess what? In this straight gate, where on the right hand is the fire where you can burn, and then on the left a deep water where you can drown. And you're gonna have all things like kind of picking at you to, the fire is gonna be something alluring over there. And the sea, the water where you could drown is gonna be something over there that's alluring and enticing. All right? And it's gonna be like, hey, I'm over here. You know what I'm saying? Do that. That's why it says when you come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
It's like I don't know if brother's seen it yet, but I highly recommend it. I didn't get to finish the series, but the series is called, it's on Prime, Amazon Prime, it's called From. I don't know if brother's heard of it.
I think I've heard of it.
Basically, I'm only on like episode 4, man, but the point being, they got these monsters, right? They're demons in this particular town, right? And, because you said alluring, right?
Yeah.
When these demons come out, people have to stay in their houses, they have to have like a talisman to basically block them off. If they go outside their house, they get eaten up. But these demons, what they try to do is they try to allure you to open up that door, that window. They try to sweet talk you, and that's how it is in this world, man.
Yeah.
This world tries to sweet talk you, man.
Yeah.
It tries to bring you back in, which is going to lead to ultimately what? Destruction. Because once those demons come into like the house, whatever that person is, they rip the person up apart, man.
Proverbs. Somebody get Proverbs 5 and start at 11.
That's a pretty good show if brothers haven't seen it, man. Reminds me of who's it, Jordan Peele?
Right,
Like type of like series of movies.
Are you sure he ain't got nothing to do with it? He may have something.
No, I think he is.
Oh,
I
okay.
think
Okay.
he's involved in it, but it's like that type of
Yeah.
point being that thriller. Yeah, like thriller, you know what I'm saying? Horror thriller, you
right.
know?
Yeah, okay.
Proverbs chapter
we
5.
still hold that.
This is the book of Proverbs chapter 5 and verse 1. My son, attend unto my wisdom and bow thine ear to my understanding.
You see, attend to the Most High's wisdom and bow thou ear to understanding. Lend an ear. Listen up.
That thou mayest regard discretion and that thy lips may keep knowledge.
See, that you may have discretion. All right, to have this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, to have discretion and discernment. All right, go ahead.
For the lips of a strange woman drop as an honeycomb, and her mouth is smoother than oil.
Because the lips of a strange woman, there's those deceptions, there's those alluring, there's those temptations. All right, the strange woman represents a false doctrine, a false philosophy, a way of this world. All right, and it's gonna be smooth, it's gonna be sweet, it's gonna sound real good. All right, to the flesh. All right, it sounds real good. See, that's what they do. The doctrines of this world, Esau, Edom, they allure. All right, and they basically get you off the lust of your own flesh, man. They entice through the flesh. All right, go ahead.
But her end is bitter as wormwood,
Woo!
sharp as a two-edged sword.
Say it sounds sweet, sound good, but the end thereof is death, man. All right, it's death. It said, the scripture says, there's a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. It seems right because it sounds good, sounds sweet, sounds smooth. See, that's what our people like. The scriptures talk about our people having itching ears.
Right.
All right, they don't want to hear the right thing because with the right thing comes discipline. All right, with the right thing comes the straight gate. All right, and in the straight gate, it could be offensive. See, that's why the Lord said, hey, blessed are those who are not offended in me. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, what you got, brother? Flip on for you.
This Matthew 13 and verse 22, he also that receives seed among the thorns is he that heareth the word, and the care of this world and the deceitfulness of riches choke the word, and he becometh unfruitful.
You see? See, this word that's going to set you free, this word that leads to salvation, life everlasting in the kingdom of heaven, all right? This word that leads to life everlasting. But, here, read that again. It say what?
It says, he also that receives seed among the thorns is he that heareth the word, and the care of this world.
Right, see, the care of this world, it chokes what leads to you to life everlasting. Go ahead.
If I may add on to you, that's the, part of those pressures, those temptations, those enticements to sin.
Yep.
Is the care of this world. Yeah,
Yep. Yep.
It's really a demon into the family.
That's it.
It says, he also that receives seed among the thorns is he that heareth the word, and the care of this world, that's one, and the deceitfulness of riches, another one, choke the word, and he becometh unfruitful.
You see, the things that's of this world, it chokes the word. It chokes life. All right, because this world is about death. Some directly, some indirectly. Either way, death. Right. Many, countless. Go ahead.
It's verse 5.
Call them read.
Proverbs chapter 5, verse 5. Her feet go down to death, her steps take hold on hell.
You see? And that's all the ways of this world. But guess what? It sounds sweet. Sound good. Alright? Sound good. I was talking about the other day about that speech when Trump got when he first got into the office, and he had that speech. Like, God damn, boy, America about to get back. You know what I'm saying? And that alluring speech, man. Hey, it was like the Apostle Paul to Agrippa. Agrippa was like, man, you all made me. He was like, you almost made me, you know, become a Jew. It was like off that speech of Trump, yeah, he almost got me to be back in America. Nah, I'm just fucking around. But it's true of these, you know, alluring words, man. All right, what you got, brother?
It's the book of Psalm, chapter 37 and verse 35. They say, I have seen the wicked in great power and spreading himself like a green bay tree. So people can't get to the light because Esau got these smooth words.
Yeah.
And he in great power. So it's, you know,
Yeah.
people gravitate to the philosophy and doctrines of America. You gonna die.
That's it. Hey, see now the scriptures talk about thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power. Right now they're willing in the day of whoever is power. And right now it's the wicked. It's Esau Edom that's in power right now. And so they're willing to give him credence.
That's right.
They're willing to listen to him. See, but like the scripture says, hey, a fool don't understand that when the wicked spring as the grass and all of the workers of iniquity do flourish, it is that they shall be destroyed forever.
Right.
See, a brutish man don't know